What's up, guys? I'm going to do another quarterback video today. Today's different. Going back in time. We're going to go look for the quarterbacks that made it without plus arm strength. Under 6'2". I'm going to start with Drew Brees. Okay. What does Drew Brees have? He has quick release. He has brains. Follows progressions quickly. Quick throwing motion. He does everything. What he has most of all is the ability to throw with touch. You could see a distinct difference between his throws. When he has to put more on it, he puts more on it. When he needs to throw with touch, he throws with touch. Now he could do this without the advanced arm strength because he could throw with anticipation. So this throw matches the play consistently, okay? He didn't throw that ball just now as hard as he could, okay? Everything comes out at a different speed, different velocity, different trajectory, okay? Look how gently he puts that up there. I want you to go look at Nussmeier, Simpson, Pavia. That's not their throw, guys. It doesn't come out that way. It comes out totally different. He's doing it because he's making quicker decisions and he's able, look at the touch on the pass, guys. Okay? Drew Brees had incredible arm talent, but the majority of it came with lack of arm strength. The reason for that is because he had every other tool. Okay? You see how that ball came out different than the last. Everything is distinctly different. When you look at Simpson, it doesn't look that way. When you look at Nussmeier, it does not look that way. When you look at Pavia, Mateer, it doesn't look that way. This is a huge miss, guys. Okay? Guys constantly are just naming names. Okay, look at the touch on that pass. Everything matches the play consistently. Why does the NFL miss this? This is really important. You see, he needed more on that throw, and you visibly saw the difference in the throw. You don't see the difference with the quarterbacks that do not have arm talent. It's a big difference. They throw it hard. You see, he added more to that throw. It's clear cut. It's on tape. You could see it, okay? You can't see it with a quarterback that doesn't have arm talent. Now, this is Andy Dalton, okay? Another one without a weak arm, but he had arm talent, okay? You guys missed this, guys. Look at this throw, how it matches the play. This is all over his tape when you're watching Andy Dalton in college also. He needed more, it was an anticipation out, he added a little bit more to the play. You're not seeing this with, look at the touch on that pass. It's all over his tape, guys, in college. As I said, there's different levels of drafting a quarterback. 6'2" and under quarterbacks with less than average arm strength, without arm talent, who throw one speed, will never make it, guys. Okay? You're wasting a pick. It's a late round pick at best. Less than average arm strength with arm talent, like Dalton and Brees, it's definitely not a waste of a pick. Plus arm strength without arm talent under 6'2", you can't shop on that tree, guys. You're not finding anybody. Now here's the key. Under 6'2" with plus arm talent and arm strength, that's a great tree. It's not the best one, but You're getting Mahomes, you're getting Rodgers, you're getting Mayfields. You're getting quite a few. You're getting a miss. Sam Howell's on that tree, guys. Deserves a shot. Let's go to the next one, okay? 6'2" and over, plus arm strength, without arm talent. It's not happening, guys. Okay, it's a waste of a pick. Total waste of a pick, actually, okay? Now, if you look at the guys who threw the hardest. You ever hear Logan Thomas, Tyler Bray, Davis Webb, Anthony Richardson, Dorian Thomas, Robinson? They all threw hard. Where are they now? It's not arm strength alone, guys. It's arm strength plus arm talent. Okay. Over 6'2" with less than average arm strength. There's only a few that made it, guys. Okay, I mean, you could talk about it all day long. It's a hard treat to try to pick a quarterback on. You got to really sit them down and look at the brains and look at what the coaching's doing with them. Now, the one that really, really gets it, okay? Plus arm strength, plus arm talent, over 6'2". They really bust, guys. I mean, if you bust, it's due to work ethic or lack of support on the majority of cases. Normally, you stand a very good chance of finding a quarterback from that group. Now, where do people miss consistently? Why do they miss? You could look at this all day, guys, okay? Arm talent is distinct. Arm strength does not equate. It's a part of arm talent, but it does not equate to actual, to what's important, okay? You can make up for lack of arm talent with a quick release, okay? A quick delivery. It's a brain to body. Like when your brain sees it and you react quick, you can make up for arm talent, okay? A quick throwing motion will help. A quick decision making helps, okay? Being able to throw in anticipation helps. A lot of things goes into it. Now, what does arm talent really mean, guys? What does arm talent really mean? The ability to match the play to the throw. This is a huge miss in the NFL, guys. It really is. I mean, you're shopping on the wrong trees. If you don't pick from the right tree, you will never get it right. You're just throwing darts. The reason the majority of quarterbacks don't make it is because they actually lack the talent. Now, there's a couple of questions you need to ask when you're drafting a quarterback. Okay, how much work did the kid actually get at a younger age? Okay, you can't draft just speed and arm strength, guys. If he didn't have proper coaching, proper development at a young age, there's a lot to work for. But the problem is that you need patience, you need time. They're not high draft picks, guys. We're looking at Malik Willis now. I mean, the kid has 750 pass attempts in his entire career, college and pros combined. How are we diving into that? Okay? I mean, it's amazing how fans just think everyone is the next big thing. That's not how it works. You need to pick the right quarterback, and you need to support him. You could go up and down the line, okay? What does Drew Aller have? Arm strength, arm talent. What does Josh Allen have? Arm strength, arm talent. Drake May, same thing. Arm strength, arm talent. Herbert, same thing. Arm strength, arm talent. You know, you could keep on going. The ability to draft a bust when you get both arm strength and arm talent, that's you don't really miss. If you miss, it's because of lack of coaching or lack of work ethic. You know, you got to dig deep, but you're normally going to hit, guys. You know, this has been the biggest miss of the entire, of the NFL in drafting quarterbacks. You're drafting quarterbacks that stand absolutely no chance at developing into franchise quarterbacks. I mean, you can't. Not everyone is an NFL quarterback. And, you could go up and down the list of every drafted quarterback for who knows how long. The majority of them bust because they do not have the skills to play in the NFL. Okay? Now, it's you have to look at what's coachable and what's not coachable. Okay? You can't teach natural arm talent. You could improve accuracy, you could improve throwing motion, you could improve footwork, you could work on a release, you could work on parts, bits, and pieces, okay? But the ability to match the throw to the play instantaneously, okay, to change field vision and know exactly where to go with the ball, anticipation, over and over consistently, that's natural, guys. And that's where you constantly miss. You can't teach certain things. If you're going to go look at a kid's highlights, top 2 or 3 plays, and think that's the here and the end all of all, that's it, he could do it all the time, that's not how it works. This is why the NFL constantly misses the position. If you look at the experts like ESPN, they'll show you 2-3 plays of the quarterback and say, oh, look at this, trying to prove to you how good a quarterback is. That's not how it works, guys. There's people out there who make videos, they'll show you a quarterback, the reads, the proper reads on a particular play, and what he did right or what he did wrong. Like they're thinking for the actual quarterback, okay? They don't know what the quarterback sees. But they try to prove to you that it's a draftable quarterback. You could teach reading defenses. That's your job. You do realize that every draftable quarterback comes from a different coach, right? This is why the NFL constantly misses. You're looking at statistics, okay? Go look at what Miami does with their quarterbacks, guys. Look at the systems that some of these quarterbacks play in, the supporting cast that they play with. And you wonder, why the NFL constantly misses. You're picking them off the wrong tree. Now, if you think that you're going to get the next Drew Brees when you draft, that's less than a 1% shot, guys. If you think you're going to get the next Matt Ryan, okay, or Chad Pennington from a weaker armed, taller quarterback, that's less than 1%, guys. But you want to beat history consistently. Key is draft the right quarterback. Now, I'll give you one. Talon Green is a unicorn, guys. He has plus arm strength, plus running ability, great build. First defender always misses, and he could throw a touch. That might be a unicorn when you're drafting a quarterback. Richardson couldn't do that, okay? A lot of these dual threat quarterbacks can't do what Talon Green can, so he is worth the high pick. But you get what I'm trying to say, right, guys? Not every quarterback's draftable. Nussmeier, no. Simpson, no. Pavia, no. Basically the entire class, other than the 4 guys I mentioned.